Hello, and welcome back to the channel. I know the microphone's moved a little bit closer to my mouth, mostly because a lot of people were saying in some previous videos that my microphone levels weren't that best. So I have got a wireless microphone on order, but it's on back order because they're completely out of stock. So that sucks, but when it gets here, I will have a lavender mic, which hopefully will be a little bit better mic quality for you guys. So today, this video, this World of Tanks video, is going to be based around maps and why certain maps I specifically feel are just genuinely not for World of Tanks in 2026. And this is my kind of ideas as to what maps should be removed and why. This is also going to be leading into some map reviews. A lot of community contributors are doing reviews of tanks and game modes, but none of them cover maps that I've seen. So I'm hopefully not going to be the first, because obviously there's going to be other community contributors out there that have spoken about updated maps and whatnot, but they've never gone into detail as to why these maps work and why some maps don't work, and specifically why certain tanks excel on certain maps but then suck on others. So without further ado, here goes. So here we are. So right now I'm going to explain why I have specific maps blocked/banned in my excluded maps. Now, if you don't know, in World of Tanks you can actually exclude up to 3 maps if you're running World of Tanks Premium or What Premium. If you're not, you can only block 2 maps. Now, I have Paris, Nordscar and Mines blocked. Now, the reason why I have those 3 maps blocked is pretty much self-explanatory, but I will go into detail. The reason why I have Paris blocked, and Paris is right here. The reason why I have Paris blocked, and I'm going to bring up something real quick. The reason why I have Paris blocked is because Paris is just not correct. Now, I will explain to you why the Paris map just doesn't work. And that's because they're basing the Paris map around an aerial picture that was taken quite some time ago. But what they fail to understand is some of those buildings have alleyways and roadways and various other things that you can use to get around, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up the map. Here it is. This is the Paris map. Now, this is the real life Paris here. This is the map equivalent here. Now, bear in mind, this has also undergone several deep changes and modifications, but most notably, this map just doesn't work for me. Everyone's like, but it's great for light tanks. No, it's not. Light tanks can only play one area successfully, and that is you can maybe get here, get some early spots, get here, get some early spots, get here, get some early spots, but you're going to die. There's too many guns looking at you. You've got no physical cover. You've got hard cover, but you've got no synthetic cover. Let me explain. Hard cover is a brick wall. Synthetic cover is a brick wall with debris and bushes and things of that nature. Stuff where you can camouflage, hence the name camouflage, your tank into that area. I'm gonna sneeze. Fight off a cold. I do apologize, guys. Anyway, so as you can see here, realistically, there would be a lot more greenage in this area, but Wargaming in their infinite, whatever you want to call it, decided to strip the majority of the forest cover in that area. So they know that light tanks can't just go pili, 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 and sit there, and that's it. They're done for the rest of the game. This map is all designed towards hull down heavies and mobile mediums. And what I mean by that is the amount of times that artillery has gone to this corner over here and this area over here and then said, I can't get shots over here because the buildings are in the way, and they are. That's what they're for. This entire map was designed with nothing but heavy tanks and fast mediums in mind. If you are not a heavy tank or a fast medium, this map is not for you. If you're a light tank fan, block Paris. If you're a tank destroyer, block Paris. And you're thinking, whatever, right? Point is, you may have one good game out of 10 on Paris, but does that justify you keep playing on Paris? 9 losses versus 1 win? Sorry, not worth it. Again, you've got to think it's not worth it. So Paris is a horrible map. It's absolutely horrible. There is too many bottlenecks and choke points. And what I mean by that, even when they added in the area where the bridge collapses and blah, 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 it is still a shit map. You cannot play artillery on this map effectively. You cannot play light tanks on this map effectively. You cannot play tank destroyers on this map effectively because there's no spots for tank destroyers to offer support for heavies pushing unless you are an assault tank destroyer that has armor. So Yagi E100, Object 268, etc., etc., etc. If you're a light squishy tank destroyer like a Hellcat, or a Jackson, or a Scorpion G, or a Waffenträger Panzer IV, or even a Gritty 15, you are going to hate this map, especially now that they've added the Ares series of tanks, because all the Ares series of tanks do is they come here, get early spots, light up the light tank, kill the light tank, you can go into the middle here, and then just pepper away at the bushes and the tree lines, damaging any damaging any light tanks or tank destroyers or even medium tanks that are trying to pug up here while their light tank has gone pili 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 and is camped right here on the other side of the berm, proxy spotting the other tanks. So now that light tank can't move, but he's already done his job. He's lit up other medium tanks that can no longer move, knowing that there's Ares tanks on Overwatch that never reload. I'll say that again. You've now effectively locked down 4+ tanks, not including artillery, because if that arty shoots, medium, those Ares 75s are set up correctly, Ares 75, 85s, 90s, whatever, if they're set up correctly, or even the Barask and whatnot, or in the Schaffel 204, if they're set up correctly with a commander's vision viewport, the moment that artillery fires, lit up and dead. So you've pinned down the artillery, you've pinned down medium tanks, you've destroyed light tanks, and now you literally dominate a good 50-60+% of the map. And there's nothing stopping you guys, the rest of, especially like the tank destroyers, from coming down, coming around, and then pincering what's left of the mediums that are here, then that arty, and then coming around, and then either coming straight down and flanking and killing the rest of the heavies, or coming around and capping out. Congratulations, that's Paris in a nutshell. And that's if you're on this spawn. If you're on this spawn, same thing. You've got an Ares series of tanks. They're going to go pili 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 here, or pili 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 here, and then that one light tank that's going to and die right there. Right there. Or he's going to die right there. Or other medium tanks like the Miri or the Barask that think they can go with him because they got the speed. Or the Schaffel who thinks they got speed. Dead. 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 Doesn't matter. You're going. The battle will be here when it comes to. And then, oh God forbid if there's two set teams of Ares, all you hear is pa 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 pa. Even if nothing's lit, they're still just going to shoot. Why? They're Ares. Wargaming are favouring these new tanks. So this is why I've said no to Paris. Paris, you're only going to get a 1% to 2%, maximum 8% chance to win. Even esports teams all say 0. They purposely block Paris. No matter what Wargaming have tried to do to this quote-unquote historical map, they just can't balance it. And there's a reason why you can't balance it. Stop making maps based on realistic things, because guess what, in the real world tanks can blow up houses and make way Literally, make their own way. House is in the way, guess what? Couple of HE shots, no more fucking house. Tanks can roll through. You can't do that in World of Tanks. Now let me explain. If you look at your minimap, which you should always be looking at your minimap, by the way, if you see a house and it's black, it means it's indestructible. So you can ram into it, you can shoot it, you can do whatever you want to. You could be a Death Star and a Yagi, and you could both look at this one house that's offended you for just merely existing, and you can just both fire at the damn thing, and it's going to look at you and laugh and say, it's not going to budge. That's what's called immovable hardcover. Okay? And this is why artillery hate this map. This is why light tanks hate this map, because there's no spots for a light tank to get to where he can be effective. You may get one light tank that will occasionally come down here, come up after all the combat's happened, and then sink and hide in this corner here and light up the heavies as they come across. But that's it. That's Paris in a nutshell. This is why when I say to people that Paris is fundamentally broken, it is fundamentally broken. It is a horrible, 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 horrible map. And it will always be permanently blocked on my list. Now, another map that was always permanently blocked on my list is Province. But luckily for me, most of the tier of tanks I play never see Province anymore, because Province is capped, I believe. There used to be tier 10s on Province. Why? I don't know. But Wargaming said no, the map's too small for Province. Well, guess what? There's even a smaller map that tier 10s go on. And yes, it's blocked. And that would be Mines. So, if we take a look at Mines, okay, if we take a look at Mines, just going to bring it up real quick. So if we take a look at Mines, okay, you're going to see a glaring problem. Now, this is just one version of Mines, but ultimately this is the problem. And the key problem is this in the middle. Okay, I've been playing World of Tanks since 2 or 3 weeks after it got released. Okay, so I've been playing for quite a long time, 15 years. Okay, I did take a little break after the Super Pershing's first nerf because I was just so pissed at Wargaming. I literally took like a year, 2-year break. But fundamentally, the issue with Mines is the center island. It's the middle, the abbey, whatever you want to call it. This is the problem. This is also a problem. Now let me explain. If you're artillery, you somewhat have a love-hate relationship for this map. If you're a tank destroyer, you have a love-hate relationship for this map. If you're a light tank, you have a love-hate relationship for this map. If you are an assault tanker or a medium tank, you are somewhat okay with this map. And there's a reason why. And that is, as a light tanker, if you're over on this spawn, they want you to go bitty 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 up here. And then be that annoying mosquito only to get destroyed by the tank destroyers over here, or that one medium player over here who knows what he's doing and wants to poke your eyes out. Hello, that's me. The moment that there's again, I now have Mines on my permanent block list, and there's a reason why. This island rework over here is an absolute fundamental fucking joke. Over here, there is no defense, none whatsoever, for any oncoming push from over, God, what, 80% of the map? Think about it. If you are in a fast tank destroyer, like a Hellcat, Scorpion G, E25, things of that nature, they're going to go pilly pilly pilly, use this road, pilly 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 pilly, and they're going to come right here. And when they're right here, they're just going to farm all the heavies that are pinned right here by your other heavies that are here, that are pinned by the tank destroyers up here. And artillery is going to go bloop, pair, bloop, pair, bloop, pair, bloop. Occasionally, you might get the odd tank destroyer that's going to go pili 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 here in hopes to get some more shots into the rear. And then you're going to have that odd one medium tank over here that's going to try and get shots back, but can't because of the undulations. So therefore, this whole fucking position is an absolute fucking joke. Also, why is it this team has to go uphill, but this team is going downhill? So clearly, this team is going to always take the fucking center. This map is broken. It is broken, it is too small, especially for the current state of light tanks and water tanks. They're too fast. When you added the French light tanks, you broke several maps. And Wargaming knows they broke those maps, but Wargaming doesn't care that they broke those maps. And this is why Mines is on my ban list. And it will never come off my ban list. Same as Paris. Now, my last, and this is a bit controversial, my last map that's on my ban list, North Star. Okay? That's the newest map. Now, North Star is on my ban list simply because, well, players don't know how to play it. And that's the problem. The map, again, like all other maps, is heavily it is heavily set for the southern spawn to win. Okay, here we go, North Star. Okay, this whole map is designed for this team to win. I'm not even joking. This team has a minimum of 3 to 4, maybe even 5 hills to go up and down, up and down, up and down before they can even get into any kind of position, is where this team is all straight downhill. Yes, oh, there's a hill right here. There's a hill right here. Doesn't fucking matter. This rocket is supposed to go off, but I've had North Star so many times and never seen that rocket take off. You've already rebalanced this map twice. Wargaming have tried to add this map twice before, failed, pulled it because they've realized the map just does not work. And it doesn't. It does not work. Fundamentally, it just does not work. Heavies are supposed to go in here, into the factory and slog it out. But guess what? They can't. Because whoever designed the factory put so many odd undulations that certain heavies do not have the gun depression to work those hills. And if they roll back a bit or move up a bit or whatever, just to get, they either show their ass up first before their turret and get hit, which is pointless, or they roll up and show off their lower plate and don't have the gun depression, so get hit. So the heavies, 9 times out of 10, don't even bother going into the factory. They try to stay back a little bit here and do what they can from here. Like it's the ice area on the one fucking frozen map with the ship that's stuck in the mountain. Can't remember its name off the top of my head. Again, so they hug this rock right here because there's going to be artillery over here going because they can't use the factory effectively. This side of the factory, all flat. So this side of the factory is heavily in the favor of the southern spawn, not the northern spawn. And this section over here is heavily favored for the southern spawn, not the northern. Because all the tank destroyers do is go here, here, maybe here, here, and here. While the enemy tank destroyers will go here, here, sometimes here, and if they got really good, they will sometimes come up here to get shots over here. And guess what? It works for them. Because we've got no counters. There's no physical counters on our side to counter their push. There's none. Not one. Not one. This is why North Star is bullshit. This is why North Star will never work. It just will never work. North Star will never, ever, ever work. It won't. No matter what you do to it, you can flatten all the terrain out in that factory. It still won't work. It still won't work. There's no bottlenecks. Everyone assumes that the factory is going to be a bottleneck. It's not. The factory is not a bottleneck. Now, most maps, okay, not all, but most maps are designed to have bottlenecks. Case in point, Malinovka. People are like, Malinovka? Yes, Malinovka. Okay, so I'll bring up Malinovka real quick. If you look at Malinovka, where are you? You type in one map and it shows you everything but the bloody map that you want. Okay, so I'm trying to find it on the God forbidden Wikipedia. Here we go. Malinovka. So, hello. So it shows me Malinovka 3 times, even though it's only supposed to show it to me once. There we go. Malinovka. Now, what is the problem with Malinovka? Okay. What players don't seem to understand is there is 2 rather huge bottlenecks on this map, but don't appear to be bottlenecks to people who have lacking IQ. So, congratulations. You've spawned in on Malinovka. Okay? One light tank is immediately going to go and die. Another light tank's going to go and die. Or, God forbid, going to go and die up there. Okay? Because light tanks don't think for more than 2 seconds. They see Malinovka and go, ooh! No. First things first. Calm down. Slow your roll. I'll get to the light tanks in a minute. I'm going to explain what the bottlenecks are. The bottlenecks are the hill and the ridge line. You think, what? If you come down here and try to use this ridge line that they purposely added into the map to help stop people getting side shots on you so you can push into the base and blah, 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 and break the stalemate, okay? Once you get to here, where are you going to go? Think. Nowhere. Where are you going? Fucking nowhere. So you're quite literally stuck here. They've got hard cover in the form of these indestructible buildings right here. They've got hard cover. You don't. So you're now stuck here. They farm you because they're even going to be back here farming you in a crossfire. So you try and turn around and get back. Guess what? They're now going to farm you as you try to get back. So bottleneck. Now, how is up here a bottleneck? But that's when the plane comes in and hits the light and it falls down and says it's amazing. Yeah, it's still a bottleneck. Okay, you started here. Peely, 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 peely. No one in their right fucking mind should ever take the base main road up. Stop doing that. Stop fucking doing that. Stop. What you're supposed to do is come up, use the tree line, cut across. Reason why? Spotting. Dipshit. You ever wondered why you've spawned in? You've got about two grid squares and then you're lit. And then all of a sudden, bang, 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 you're now missing half your hit points or you're dead. But there's a road right there. You're not driving a car. You're driving a tank. Fucking think. You quite literally turn around, you go up, you cut across. And there's a reason why. So you don't get fucking spotted. But you're going to get lit when you're about here on A7. Reason why is there's always an idiot right here with Commander's Vision Viewport, which I'm sorry is the most retarded fucking thing you added into the game for medium tanks. Add it in for light tanks, Fine. Add it in for tank destroyers. Fine. But not medium tanks. There's a reason why you shouldn't add them on medium tanks. Because medium tanks have now taken over the role of a light tank. Because some medium tanks have better fucking view range than fucking light tanks. And when they've got the commander's vision viewport, guess what? Bing! You're lit. And it's always a French tank. I'm looking at you, Charfator. I'm looking at you, Barask. It's very rare. Or maybe a CS-53. But it's very rare that's going to be an American tank. Even though it should, because the M60 Patton has the best view range period of a medium tank. Even better than the Leopard 1. So, point is, you're getting here, you're lit. Ta-da! So you hug this church. This is my church. This is where it hurts. Yes, that was a... That was an Insomnia reference, if you don't know the band. Now, because a light tank, or even certain medium tanks, looking at you, Barasks, looking at you, Charfators, will sometimes come down, hug the ridgeline here because they're not lit, because our light tanks are now long dead, and will hug this little push-up ramp here, which means they will spot you. They will light you, but you will spot them, so they can't push. Then your medium tanks that were in this bush and over here that can't hit shit, have now shit themselves and ran this way, or God forbid this way, or said, fuck it, we're all in the yellow submarine, and jumped into the river. Because they're idiots. All the medium tanks have to do is come back here, once they're lit, pull back, wait it out, come up, hug this. The moment this curious little monkey, this curious little George, is going to pop his head up, you can take his head clean off. But you won't. You won't do that. Because you're not thinking. You don't think. So, pseudo bottleneck. Pseudo. So, you've now successfully avoided getting destroyed, avoided getting spotted. You're now up on this hill. Enemies are now up on this hill. You're slugging it out, angling, da-da-da-da-da. Plane comes in, turns it into a great big bloody mess. But there's still the second little ridge line right across here that some of the annoying little medium tanks will try, especially the Ares, will go, guns overloaded, run away. That's literally an Ares tank. Run forward, side onto a heavy tank, fire. Guns overloaded, heated. Fuck, turn around, run. Or God forbid, they'll just stand and going, tap, 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 tap. This is fun never having a reload. Tap, tap, tap. It's as fun that my gun's not overheating because I'm literally timing my tap because Wargaming can't figure out how to fucking work a gun mechanic because, you know, they're Wargaming. Let's abuse this. What's the worst that's going to happen? They're not going to nerf us. Not for at least 3 months. Right, Wargaming? It's amazing how you nerfed the Super Pershing quite literally a week after you released it. But I digress. So, now, if you've won, congratulations. What you going to do? You can't go down the hill, knowing that there's enemy tank destroyers peppered right here, knowing that there's fucking medium tanks peppered right here, and they're just going to farm your dumb ass the moment you try and come off the hill. Congratulations, you played yourself. Bottleneck. Big fucking bottleneck. And it works the other way. So the enemy team, the green team, they've slugged it out. They've won. Guess what? They're not going to push. And if they do push, guess what? They do have the advantage up here compared to the red team coming down here. Why? Look at the foliage. Why is it that the green team has more foliage than the red team? Think. One of these things just doesn't belong here. This map is designed for the green team to win, not the red. So congratulations, even if you did manage to beat the odds. May the odds forever be in your favour. And you beat the odds, and you've taken out those heavy tanks. And that one odd dipshit medium tank or whatever who thinks he can fucking do whatever he needs to do. And God forbid the Ares tanks or whatever. You've taken them all out. Congratulations. The lighthouse is yours. The ruined lighthouse is yours. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You're not gonna push. You're a one shot, if that at best, to everything down here. You're not gonna push, but you're still lit. So what's Artie gonna do? Yeah. Oh, you're dead now. You served no purpose. Here's a hint. If more than 3 fucking tanks on the opposing team, on the op force team, opposing force, if the opposing force or the op 4 has more than 3 vehicles on this hill, don't fucking push. You fall back, you defend. You want to know why you defend? You defend because if they come down into you, you've got more guns than them. You wipe them out. They're now down 3 tanks. They're going to think, well, hell's lost. So you send 1, maybe 2 tanks up to scout. 1 goes high, 1 goes low. They don't engage. If they're lit, if they see an enemy, if they light up an enemy tank, have them turn around, come back down from the hill. Want to know why? That's called kiting. Every MMO player knows what kiting is. If you've ever played an MMO and you know how to kite the boss away from his bodyguards so you can 1v1 the boss, that's what you're doing. Kite the motherfuckers. You bring them down to you so you can then go da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da and whittle them down. That's it. Congratulations. That's the only way you're going to win this map on this side if you're on the red team. If you're on the green team, guess what? This is what's going to happen. You're going to go, oh, get to here, if you're lucky. If you're lucky, and you've not been lit, and they haven't tried the bum rush down here, because this is their only other chance they're going to get a chance to win. If they can get 4 or more tanks, usually medium tanks, and maybe 1 light tank. If they can get a light tank and 3 mediums to come down here, you're going to lose. Because that light tank's going to keep you lit. Those mediums are just going to alternate their fire on you. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. And you've still got dipshit heavies going. Going up there and until they hear that. And their base is being captured. Like they're stopped dead like, what happened? Dipshit, there's a wonderful little window in the bottom right. It's called a mini-map. Look down. You'll see. Fuck me! Oh my god! Hacks! What is this magic? It's literally given to you by the game. Some people just don't even know it's fucking there. It becomes white noise to your eyes. It becomes proverbial white noise, and it just disappears. Or some people even just press the M key and just fuck it off because they think more screen space means I'm going to win, right? No. That is a real-time information right there. Your mini-map will always be a real-time information for you. You want a little sneak peek? You want a little cheat code? Keep your fucking mini-map up and pay attention. Don't minimize it. Make it bigger. Make it fucking bigger. The reason why is knowledge is power. The more you know, you'll know when to push. You'll know when not to. You'll know when to defend. You'll know where their push is. You know where to counter. Case in point, like I said, you've romper-dumped all the way up to the top. You've somehow managed to kill 2 of those 3 medium tanks that are trying to push. Half your team's now pulled back. You're up here by yourself, romper-dumping because you're still fucking Captain Window Licker and you haven't realised it. Then you get destroyed up on this hill, realising that there's now 5 enemy tanks and just you alone and no one else is pushing up to defend you because they are all smart and keep the mini-man map up and to realise that, oh fuck, the base is being lost, so they come down, kill those medium tanks and realise, fuck, now what do we do? But haven't realised that the enemy is now majority split, which means there's only 2 tanks, maybe 3 at best, left in the base. There's nothing stopping you from literally turning around and countering that push with your own mediums and a light tank, countering it, kill it and win the game, because all the fucking heavies are all the way up here, being farmed now by some smart tank destroyers and some smart medium tanks, and even the odd smart light tank who's actually parked right here, or even parked right up here in this bush, and he's lit up everyone over here, and even everyone trying to make a little cross in the middle. But no, none of you fucking use your brains. It's, well, Quickie Baby said this, Skills said that, Circumflexer said this, Yuxin said that, Cobra said this. Doesn't fucking matter. You're none of us. You're not them. You're not me. You're you. Think like you. The reason why I'm making this video is not to mock you. It's not to upset you. It's not to piss you off. It is to educate you. It is so that you understand that if you look at the map, really look at the map, study the map, you will realise, Hold on a minute. They've got 4 tank destroyers and 3 of them are lit. Where's the 4th tank destroyer? Let's stop rolling forward for a second in case we might actually trip into a spider's web and oh no, done, dealt with. You don't want to be that spider's food now, do you? No. So do yourself a favour, stop, think, learn, listen. Think, stop, look, learn, think, then react. It's not hard. It's really not hard. And always focus the fucking light tanks. I'm a light tank player, and I'm fucking telling you, focus the light tanks. If you're an artillery player, counter battery their fucking artillery. If you take out their arty and you take out their eyes, guess what? They've got no more long range. Jordan from downtown! It's good! They've got none of that anymore. They can't see you because guess what? You've blinded them. So now your light tanks can freely move up a little bit more, up a little bit more, up a little bit more. And if you're a light tank player, only fucking move after every 2.5 minutes. Literally, find a spot, sit, wait 2.5 minutes. Just wait 2.5 minutes. If you're not lit and you haven't lit anything else up for a bit, then move. Don't just sit in the bush. Don't be... This is my bush. There are many bushes like this, but this bush is mine. Especially if you're a French tank. Reason why, and I'll let you know a little fucking secret. Ready? I'll let you on a lovely little fucking secret. French tanks, on average, have worse view range than other fucking light tanks. Want me to do a comparison? I'll do a comparison. Here we go. Let's take the Rumpanzer. And let's take the EBR 105 and the EBR 1305, right? So we're going to do a little comparison. Okay. So, this is base. Nothing's been configured yet. Let's go take a look. Ignore the firepower, because that's not what matters. Ignore the survivability, that's not what matters. Ignore the mobility, that's not what matters. This is what matters. Oh, look at that. Would you fucking look at that? Okay, I'll even reconfigure this. Come on. I will remove everything. I will remove bruh. I will remove everything. Okay, so no skill, so it's a base. It's a base Rumpanzer. Okay, everything's base. 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 Okay. Who's still got a base better view range? The Rumpanzer does. Who's got better base camo? EBR 105. French tanks have good camo because they're cowards. They have fuck all for view range because they can't see shit. That is their balance factor. Take a look. It's right there. The comparison module, you don't need Woot Plus for that. Anyone can literally just click on comparison, grab whatever tank from any tech tree, and just compare. So let's configure them. Okay, let's configure them. If I was going to be this French tank, we're going to obviously go here, 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 here. Commander's going to go here. Radio operator's going to do this. It's going to do this and this. Loader's going to have this. He's going to have this and probably that. Gunner's going to have this, this, this. Driver's going to have this, this, and this. Commander's also going to have this. If he's smart, this. But if not, we'll go with this. Okay? So we're going to add that to compare. And then we're going to go to consumables. And we're going to go full on bounty everything. Right? So bounty optics. Okay? Where are you? Bounty. Bounty optics. Bounty this. And then we're also going to go with bounty. Where are you? Got low noise. Got camo. Got the optics. There you go. No. Wrong thing. Optics. Okay, so he's gone full on optics. Gone on camo. And then, where is it? Commander's vision. Commander's vision. Commander's vision. Is there a bounty commander's vision? I don't think there is. God, please tell me there isn't. Alright, there isn't, so we'll go with regular commander's vision. Where are you? There you go. Commander's vision. Okay, now we're even going to add in... let's go back 1 second. We're even going to add in consumables, so we'll go with this. We'll go with this. We'll go with this. Actually, you know, no, because we're going to be Captain Tryhard. We're going to drop the automatic fire extinguisher for food. So we're going to go full on Captain Tryhard, okay? Full on Captain fucking Tryhard. And we're even going to throw in an extra cover bonus. And yes, it's even going to have camo. Alright? Click apply. Right? Okay. 483. Let's do the same for the EBR 105. Okay, same thing. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to go 1, 2, and then 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. In that order. Okay? So that's those. No, we're not going to add field mods. So there's no field mods being added right now. Again, so we're going to throw that in. Then we're going to go bounty. And then we're going to go commander's vision. Okay. We're also going to throw in you. Actually, no, get rid of that. We're going to throw in you. We're going to throw in you. And we're going to throw in you. We're going to activate that. And again, we're going to go straight to here. We're going to go straight to here. So we're going to max out everything that we can. We're min-maxing this motherfucker. Okay? We're min-maxing. And you're going to see the biggest problem. This is why whenever I see a French light tank, I don't worry. Okay? Because look, take a look. See? Even with the exact same loadout as this 13105, 423. If I see an EBR 105, I don't worry about it being a stationary spotter. I worry about it being one of those annoying little fuckers that just keeps driving around and people just seem to ignore. Kill that little bitch right there, right then. Okay? Now, let's configure the Rumpanzer, shall we? Okay. Rumpanzer. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Go to compare. Go to here. Go to here. Go to there. Same thing. We're going to go this. We're going to do this. And we're going to do this. And we're going to go here. And then we're going to go bounty. We're going to go bounty optics. We're going to go bounty. No, not bounty ram. Bounty, right, exhaust, and then commander's vision. Okay, exact same loadout, the exact same loadout, no field mods. Okay, and I'm gonna take a look. Who's got the base view? Who's got the better base view range now? I do. At what? 512, 520. So, not only is my view range better, so I can outspot you motherfuckers, okay? So my spotting's 885 versus 650. Again, yes, you have a better camo by 9 points on me. It's a playoff. Do you see? What do you want? Do you want better camo or better view range? You can't have both. That's not how the game works. There's a balance factor. So we could even figure out, we could even throw in field mods. Okay, so let's throw in some field mods, shall we? So field mod 1, engine power. Field mod 2 is going to be reload. Field mod 3 is going to be reverse. Field optic, and then we could go with concealment behind foliage. Okay, apply. We're going to do the same for this one. So we're going to go field mods. So it's going to be okay, so it's going to be duration of that. Okay. Click apply. We're then going to go to the Rumpanzer, and I'm going to go field mods. I'm going to go this. Exactly the same. Okay? Again, let's take a look at the stats. Survivability. I've even got more hit points. The Rumpanzer has more hit points base. Okay? Mobility. Let's take a look at let's take a look at stationary. Yeah. You got better camo than me. But I've got way better view range than you. I'm going to spot you before you spot me. So the EBR 105 might as well just be fucked off. Are you starting to understand why I'm not afraid of specific light tanks anymore? Like the ELC even 90. Even if we add the ELC even 90. Okay? So let's go to French. I'm going to go light tanks. French. Tier 8. Okay, even 90. Let's add it. Okay, and let's go to config. Okay, now this is my even 90 because it's all configured to how I play it as. Okay. So we go back. Again, bear in mind 462. I'm still gonna get outspotted. Yes, I have way better camo. So it's going to be harder for them to spot me. But it's also harder for me to spot them. Do you see? It's a double-edged sword. So that's just on a light tank idea. So please, please understand, I'm not just shitting on how light tanks play. That's not it. So please understand that when I say to you as a light tank player, go slow, go patient. Don't just... Whoa, I'm Black Betty, bam, bam, whoa, Black Betty, bam, bam, Black Betty got a job. You're gone. It's not March of the Valkyries. There's not going to be Chinooks and Hines and whatnot. No. If you're dead, you can't help the team win. Okay, this is why I have suggested that the longer you stay in the battle, the more EXP and credits you get. This will prevent people from YOLOing. No, well, what about bots? It's plain and simple. If you have a bot, if you're running a bot program where it will pick a tank at random and click battle and you don't move after a random amount of time, if your tank does not physically move, it explodes instantly and you're considered a deserter, which means you get 100,000 credit fine. Do it 3 times in a row, your account is locked for 7 days. Solved the bot problem right there, right then. More than 10 reports in a game about you being with bot activity, you're gone. Again, 100,000, your tank will just blow up, 100,000 credit report, you're done. Do that 3 times in a row, account's locked for 7 days. Repeat it again after the 7 days, perma gone. Perma banned. Plain and simple. Solve the bot problem. Stop the YOLO players. Because what's the point in you getting into a tier 10? Okay. What's the point in you getting into a Rumpanzer like this? And then just Black Bettying, well, Black Betty, off down the fucking thing and then dying in the first 5 seconds for your own stupidity. It will force players. Yes, you can still play aggressive. But that comes at a price. That comes at a cost. That is what I'm explaining to you. Okay? So you can be that aggressive light tank player that gets into a specific spot and lights up the heavies. You can do that. I do it all the time, especially in my Holger 30 and especially in my Rumpanzer. Because the way I see it is if I can soften up the enemy heavies so that our heavies have a fighting chance, then so can be it. But I'm not going to stick around and get punched back. That's not how it works. Sting like, fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Shoot at me and I'm getting the fuck out of there. I don't stick around. And yes, I have set my sixth sense to 20 seconds. And I wait that 20 seconds out. If I'm lit, I'm gone. I am gone. I am like an illegal running away from ice. I'm gone. Wait that 20 seconds, I will then turn around and then I will start every 20 seconds. Start edging back again. And I never reappear at the same spot. Never fucking reappear at the same bush or from the same angle. Mix it up. If you do, they're going to be pre-aimed and they're going to hurt you. Okay? Smarter, not dumber. Again, you've got to think smarter. Think smarter, not harder. Okay? Again, and yes, I have a fucking Tashinrate. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Don't tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. Be smarter. Work smarter, not harder. Okay? That's all you need to do. My Achilles. Absolutely love my Achilles. Here. Where is my Achilles? By vehicle. Achilles. My current Achilles. Okay? Take a look at her. Okay? Yeah, my WNR's gone down a little bit because I was playing a little bit aggressive in my last 2 games. But average damage blocked, average experience is through the roof. Even though I've mastered the Achilles, I've got it done. I've got my mastery badge. It's ace tankard. I'm actually working on my marks of excellence for it. Yes, marks of excellence on an Achilles. Why? Because I just love the Achilles. It's a good tank. Okay, it just doesn't get the love it deserves. But that's a different story. But let's take a look at my Tashinrate. Okay, I've had 2 games this session. Okay, take a look. Take a look. I'm up on everything. Let's take a look at my Scorpion. I've had 2 games in that. I'm up on everything. Look at my WNR rating. It's up almost to 5k. I know how to play the fucking Scorpion G. Where's my Hawk Tour? Okay, my Hawk Tour. Okay. Currently down. Again, like I said, I've played 2 games. Both games will, played 3 games. Both games were two of the 3 were victories. The third one was a loss. That's why my WNR's gone down. But if you look, average experience is up. Enemies destroyed per battle to 2 in a Hawker 30. Name another light tank that purposely goes out and hunts and kills. Doesn't just sit in bush. I am bush. Bush no move. I bush wookie. No bush wookie. No, that's not how that works. I'm an active scouter, not a passive scouter. Passive scouters get nothing done. Okay? They don't. You get nothing done. This is why if you look at the current mission sets, and I mean this, if you look at even my Yagi 88's up. If you look at the current campaigns, if you go to campaigns, especially like the T55A series of campaigns, if you look at like the tank destroyer stuff, okay? Tank destroyer mission 8 is cause 4 times damage to enemy than your hit points of your vehicle. Okay, good luck if you're in a Yagi, because that means you got to do 12k damage. Okay, 12k damage in a Yagi. Good fucking luck. Which means I've got to hit, high roll, 12 shots, 12 pens. Good luck. So you need to do that mission in a tank that has a really big gun but no hit points. Achilles! Really big gun but gets shit fucking alpha. Is what it is. But the point is, okay, let's take a look at light missions real quick. Light tank mission number 4. Immobilize 3 enemy vehicles by destroying their tracks. Immobilize an enemy vehicle by destroying their tracks, and your allies do 250 damage worth of vehicles immobilized by them, okay? And complete with honors, immobilize 2 enemy vehicles by destroying their tracks. Your allies must destroy the vehicles at the end that they're immobilized. So, yes, I am specifically trying to aim to get this quest done. Now, there are some quests out there that are a pain in the arse. I believe it's quest 14. Enable your team to call... No, not that one. I think is it mission 15? Yeah, mission 15. I have to do 7k by myself, and I can't be in a platoon. So I've got to do spotting, assistance. So spotting / assistance, and physical damage exceeding 7k. High tier game. So yeah, there are some maps, there are some campaigns out there that are specifically designed. Like if I take a look at the Excalibur sets of missions, yeah, I'm almost done with this one, which can only be completed with German and Japanese, and I'm a German main, so I'm going to be knocking these missions out in a heartbeat. This mission can only be done in super heavies, let's be honest. Can only be done in super heavies. And that's just to get the suspension. Anyway, this is why these 3 tanks are pretty, I wouldn't say they're rare, I do see them, but they're pretty hard, they're pretty up there to try and, these are passive unlocks. What I mean by that is you don't have to specifically do the missions to get these completed. You can just play the game and have fun. The Alliance one is a pain in the ass because you've got to use Americans. And this one is, there you go. So that's complete. So I've got to move on to quest 2. So I'm going to start quest 2. Okay, which is stun 30 enemy different enemy vehicles. And that can only be done, again, with American, British, and Polish vehicles, which means you've got to play American artillery. And there's no point in playing a British artillery, because British artillery doesn't get stunned until tier 7. Why? I don't fucking know. Wargaming. Oh, that's right, because you tried to balance Bert the Avenger and actually fucked over the entire British artillery tech tree line. Nice one. Anyway, long story short, guys, when it comes to maps and map awareness, pay attention to your rival. And what I mean by that is when you load into a game, there's you and your team, the enemy and their team. Take a look at who your rival is across from you and ask yourself, how can I beat that tank? And only that tank. And only focus on trying to beat that tank. Okay? If you happen to come across other tanks while trying to think about how can I beat that tank, guess what? Extra credits, extra EXP, extra fun. It's all about mindset. Okay, if you immediately think, oh, we're dead, we're so dead, before the battle's even started, log out the game. I mean, log out the game, go touch grass, go play a different game, go play a single player game, go power up your PlayStation, sit down, play Warframe, play whatever, okay? You're not ready. You're not ready. And when I try not to focus on missions, like the campaign series, like right now, the reason why I'm not doing the Warhounds stuff, I've gotten 2 out of some of the stuff. Again, I'm not solely focusing on any of this because, frankly, if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I mean, yeah, hey, you know what? Let's resume this, okay? If it's going to happen, it's going to happen, okay? If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Like Vanguard. Cause damage by shooting enemy heavy tanks by shooting them 7 times. Cause 1,000 damage, okay? Cool. And that can only be done with heavy tanks, mediums, tank destroyers, breakthrough, assaults, and versatile. So guess what? That could be easily done with a Yagi E90, Yagi E100, E50, E50M. Thinking off the top of my head. Scorpion G. I want to say Panzer IV tank destroyer. But yeah, you can do that. And if you solely just focus on heavy tanks, mediums, and tank destroyers, you can do that. You can do that. You can knock that out in a heartbeat. That'll get done. Ambush. Be the top player on the team by experience earned. Okay? Cool. And that can only be done in sniper and support. Heavies, mediums, and tank destroyers. Okay, cool. Not a problem. I don't think there is a support tank destroyer. I know there's support mediums. That's not you. That's not you. That's not you. Support mediums. That's not you. You're versatile. That's not you. You're assault. That's not you. That's definitely not you. Definitely not. Oh, well, you are versatile, so you could do. I could do it in the Object 264A. 274A. Like I said, there are tanks out there that you can do those little quests with, but if you're solely focusing on those quests, you're never going to get anything done. Okay? They're nice. They're nice little extra 100,000 credits, 200,000 credits here and there to get you over the edge to where you need to get to. But deep down, they're just not worth it. But you get a really cool tank. No, you don't. I beat the piss out of that Windhound all the fucking time. My Scorpion G. I have more fun in my Scorpion G. In fact, where's my Scorpion G? Where's my baby? There she is. I have more fun than... In fact, this is the first tank commander I've ever owned that is maxed in my Scorpion G. Take a look. He's 100%. Here, I'll move my boat race. He's 100%. Do you understand? He earns me books. And my gunner is next. Then it's going to be my driver. And then it's going to be my radio operator. And when all these guys are maxed out, that book is just going to go whooping, 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 whooping. Because I do not stop playing my Scorpion G. It is one of my all-time favourite tanks to play. I love the Scorpion G. Everyone's like, but it's shit. No, it's not shit. It's got no armour. Yeah, granted, it's got no armour. So play like it's got no armour. Know when to push, know when to pull back, know when to retreat. Again, no one's ever said that retreating from a battle to fight another day is disrespectful. Now, I would rather choose death over dishonour. Don't get me wrong. And you should always choose death over dishonour. But when it comes down to it, when you find a tank that you love, like the Hawker 30, I absolutely love the Hawker 30. And yes, my commander for my Hawker 30 is getting up there in skill. And once he's maxed out, once he is 100% maxed the fuck out, I'm going to keep playing with this tank. I'm going to keep using this crew. You better believe it. And yes, I do believe my Hawker 30 crew is better than my Rumpanzer crew. Yeah, way better than my Rumpanzer crew. And yet my Rumpanzer crew, again, my Yagi crew are from my Rheinmetall Borsig Waffenträger, yeah. I believe, yeah, and you're from my Jagdpanther, so I've got to get a new... Yeah, you're both from my yeah. Jagdpanther 2. In fact, let me see, do I not have a better... I do not. Oh, well, my Stuart Mill, but he's not that good. But yeah, point is, play them. Just play your tanks. And I don't even have all the field mods for this thing yet, do I? Yeah, I don't even have any field mods for this thing. Yeah, I was grinding out the field mods. And once I grind out the field mods for this thing, you better bloody believe I will be playing the 8.8 Yagi. But it's only it doesn't matter. Yeah, the prototype Yagi's got a bigger gun. Okay, great, congratulations. Don't matter. It's a variable. Understand that in order to be good at World of Tanks, you need to understand the variables. And the variables in World of Tanks is simply this. Everything is RNG. Everything. Nothing is a guarantee. Nothing is 100%. You can limit and minimize the RNG with knowledge. Knowledge, understanding. But ultimately the game is fundamentally 100% RNG. Anyway, guys, this is going to be a bit of a long video. Point was, I just wanted to explain to you map awareness. There is a freaking mini map. Use it, abuse it, just don't ignore it, okay? Because being aware of where your enemies are and aren't is a difference between whether you take a shot or not, okay? And no one ever wants to take an unexpected shot to the mouth. Now, do ya? Anyway, till then, guys, keep your shares flying, keep your enemies flying. Cobra Commander's out. And I'll see you guys in the next video.